It's where we wash our cars, where it spins, it sprays, and it's powerful enough to suck up a bowling ball. How about some tips for doing it yourself? Or a challenge to clean this stuff off a $160,000 Porsche? And how do you clean a train that carries radioactive waste? Time to get blown away. Now, Car Wash on Modern Marvels. So, why do we wash our cars anyway?
It drives better when it's clean.
It's a pride thing. I don't really like to drive a dirty car.
You just feel better about the car and your appearance.
You get up in the morning and take a shower, don't you?
Every weekend, millions steer their dirty vehicles into one of the 100,000 car washes across the U.S.
All my potential clients take a nice look at my shiny black truck.
I'm graduating tomorrow with a bachelor's degree, so I want it to look really nice when my mom and everybody comes in.
The car wash industry washes nearly 2 million passenger vehicles per day, or 730 million cars a year. That's almost 3 times the number of passenger vehicles that exist in the United States.
Have somebody else do it, you know, and save your nail. Have a shiny wheels and a shiny car and a shiny paint, bring shiny girls.
It's a business whose owners clean up with $25 billion a year in annual sales. The options: full serve, self-serve, and in-bay automatics. Quite a success story for an industry that began in 1914 with a couple of employees washing cars by hand. Today, the largest car wash in the U.S. is the 7.5-acre Cloister Car Wash in Sinking Spring, Pennsylvania. This place is so big and unique that people travel from all around to experience it. Here, an army of employees clean over 125,000 cars a year. 1,200 on their busiest day, Saturday. Or if you like, you can clean your car yourself in one of the self-serve bays. Drive a motorcycle, ride on into the bike bay, plop your front wheel in the slot, turn on the rise platform, and commence washing. Got a dirty dog? No problem, that's what the Cloister Pet Wash is for. If you feel the need to cleanse your soul, take a moment in their chapel. Or stroll through their old-time miniature town. You can get a haircut, check your email, or grab a free cup of joe. But the majority of motorists come here for a ride through one of the largest and most advanced tunnel wash systems in the industry. Despite its size and cutting-edge amenities, Cloister's tunnel system was built like most others, from the ground up. A standard tunnel wash starts with a 4x150-foot-long pit. Concrete lines the pit and creates the car wash foundation. The pit has a 30-degree slope to the side and is 6.5 feet deep on one end and 2.5 on the other. This allows a trough to carry water and sludge away for drainage. A pipe at the end of the trough attaches to holding tanks outside. Encased electrical wiring runs the length of the pit. A tunnel covers the pit. A conveyor pushes the cars through the tunnel. And finally, wash and soap arches are ready to do the work. Now let's wash some cars.
When we bring the vehicle in, we load it onto a loading belt, and that's much easier for the customer. That way they don't have to put their tire into a small conveyor track. We'll take care of that mechanically for them. We'll spray it down first with an alkaline material that helps to start the pre-cleaning, and it'll also help to break down any bugs that are on the vehicle. Next, it is treated with high-pressure rinsing. That is used primarily to clean any hard-to-clean areas and the areas around the windshield, and it also helps remove the alkaline cleaner that we've already put on. As the car comes down, it will self-load into the conveyor by means of the correlator and a sled that will allow the car to move freely. It'll push the vehicle without any harm to the wheel or the tire onto the conveyor.
In the 1950s, conveyors helped automate the car wash industry. Today, one of the largest car wash equipment manufacturers is the Coleman Company in Houston, Texas. Each year, they turn out approximately 100 automated conveyor systems.
This is a standard heavy-duty car wash conveyor. It's manufactured with heavy-duty steel, with rollers, chain, and a hydraulic motor. When a computer senses the car is in the right position, a roller will pop up. And it takes about 1 horsepower to be able to push a vehicle through the car wash. This conveyor will push the car all the way through the wash, rinse, wax, and drying process. We have this plastic rail here to protect the outside of the tire. When the car exits the tunnel, this roller here will go below the surface to be reused again.
The Cloister car wash conveyor first pushes vehicles through an optical sensor, which signals the computer to start the wash cycle.
As the vehicle comes down, the soap is applied, and it goes into what's called a mitter. This is a cloth that is scratch-free, and what it does is create enough friction along with the soap to clean the surface. Next piece of equipment is a wraparound. Again, it's a felt-like material that's used to clean the front, side, and rear surfaces of the vehicle.
The Coleman Company makes their brushes out of both cloth and foam, each designed for a specific purpose.
This is where all the brush manufacturing starts right here. We buy rolls of material. This machine cuts the material. We use a cloth material that we call a textile that absorbs water, and it provides very good cleaning results on the surface of the car. We cut it in small fingers to be able to wash the car effectively. We also have available a foam material that uses more water and more chemicals, but it's a closed cell foam that's softer and more gentle to the surface of the vehicle.
Manufacturers have designed different sized brushes to cover every inch of a car's exterior.
This material is an extra wide cut, so when it drags across the surface of the vehicle, it provides gentle cleaning ability, whereas this material is for the sides of the vehicle, and it's a very lightweight material, and it's designed to clean under mirrors, around mirrors, door handles, and stuff like that, around license plate frames.
Workers sew the brushes to plastic liners, which are then inserted into an aluminum brush core.
You slide it into the segments. This brush core is spinning inside of a car wash where it is washing the surface of the vehicle.
Once they're in action, the brushes will last for about 150,000 washes before they need to be replaced. Next comes a dousing of polish from above, and then some scrubbing down below.
And what this white wall brush will do is spin hydraulically, and air will engage it to push it into the raised white letters or the white walls of this vehicle. It's a nylon material, nylon bristles. It'll engage into the tire, cleaning the raised white letters or the white walls.
A second series of brushes removes the suds in preparation for rinsing. A high-pressure nozzle rinses off most of the soap, while the wheels are under some pressure of their own.
This is a wheel cleaner. It uses high pressure with 0-degree nozzles to apply high pressure directly to the rim of the vehicle, cleaning it. The wheel blaster is hydraulically driven, and the computer will keep track of the position of the wheel in relationship to the length of the body of the car, so it knows where the wheel is on every vehicle.
Finally, a rain bar drops a high volume of water onto the car. rinsing any last residue from the vehicle before it enters the first of 2 drying rooms. Total water used per vehicle, 43 gallons. Some car washes use more, some less. But that's still less than we use to take an average bath.
And it all starts here with the water main that comes in from the city. And this water is pumped up and placed in these holding tanks to be used out on the line as needed. This is the hydraulic pack that drives everything hydraulically driven on the conveyor. These are the high-pressure pumps and motors that drive all of the high-pressure water out to the conveyor itself. These are the chemicals in the different pumping units that will mix and blend the chemical and send it out to the conveyor to properly wash the vehicle. These are the water softeners. We soften the water because soft water will adhere better to the soap and allow it to lather better.
The hard water pumped in from the city contains calcium and magnesium, minerals that don't bind well with soap. The water softener removes them. But where does all the grimy, polluted water go after each wash? That would be into the water trough under the conveyor.
The conveyor pit is at its deepest point here. All of the water that is generated will flow into this deepest portion. And as you can see, there's a metal grate over the pipes that would stop any large solids. This is designed this way to flush any solids down to this particular area where it will go out to separation tanks, and the solids will be separated from the water.
A 6-inch pipe transports the sludge water to a 2,000-gallon sediment tank, where about 80% of the solids sink to the bottom. The water continues on to a second tank, where another 15% of the waste is separated out. The water then enters a final tank. There, a third of it is filtered and piped back into the car wash to be reused. The remaining water flows out into the sewer pipes. The captured solid waste will be vacuumed out for disposal. Thanks to the Federal Clean Water Act, operators must monitor water pollutants. If they exceed acceptable levels, the water must be treated before it can be released into the sewer system. After the final rinse, the car enters the drying rooms. The first drying room shoots air onto the vehicle to push the water off the surface. Each blower produces 54,000 cubic feet per minute of airflow, or the equivalent of 1,800 home hair dryers. The car travels into a second drying room through a set of airtight doors.
We close the doors in order to keep the ambient temperature of the room high enough to effectively evaporate the water off the surface.
Then the Cloister car wash experience continues with a drive over to the interior cleaning area.
This is where your car will have the windows washed and the interior vacuumed while it rides on the conveyor belt that moves the vehicle and the employees at the same time. The employees will vacuum with vacuums that are actuated by sensors that only turn on once the employee has picked the vacuum nozzle up off of its holder.
Once a worker lifts the nozzle, it triggers a torrent of suction, provided by a super powerful vacuum. And guess who makes some of the strongest vacuums in the industry? The Jim Coleman Company, of course.
We have a 20 horsepower motor, a vacuum producer, a filter bag, dirt collector. This unit is capable of handling 8 vacuum cleaners at one time. It is so strong it can hold a 16-pound bowling ball. Turn it on. This vacuum cleaner can suck up anything out of your car, sucks out all the nooks, crannies, all your typical dirt and debris that you normally would have. As you can see, it's so strong it's hard for me to even pull the bowling ball off of the suction inlet. It's one of the most powerful vacuums in the world.
Fear not. The Cloister vacuum employees are careful with all that power in their hands.
What I'm looking for when I'm doing this is any debris, any dirt, any things from outside, any dog hair, any loose food, debris like that. We try to avoid vacuuming any valuables, anything that's of perceived value, like change. And cars that have children in them often is a lot of Cheerios, French fries, candy, that sort of thing.
And finally, it's time to make your car smell new again. Of course, you could pick up one of those colorful trees hanging on a rack in the lobby. Or you could head on over to the fragrance machine.
On this machine, you've got your choice of 3 fragrances: cherry, baby powder, and of course, new car smell. Here's how it works on the inside. We have 3 1-gallon containers for each fragrance. We have an air compressor that will pump air out through a small tubing that will come to a head that is designed to be sprayed into the carpet. The oil-based fragrance lasts about 1 week. It's a new car fragrance. It's the most popular because everybody loves the way a new car smells.
To get that new car smell, fragrance manufacturers combine wood, vanilla, and citrus with chemicals designed to smell like leather and carpet. And with that, the Cloister Car Wash experience is in our rear-view mirror. But what if you're short on time? Or you want to clean your car yourself? Boy, do we have some tips for you. Over 60% of full-service car wash customers are 50 years and older. If you don't have the 30 minutes that most car washes require to make your car sparkling clean, and you're looking to save a few bucks, there's the so-called all-in-one in-bay automatic. Just pull in, park, and let the car wash move around you as water nozzles sweep across your car.
The way we developed this machine is we looked at how people wash their cars. We know that when you wash your car, you scrub down, you go back and forth. You want the high pressure to hit the surface of the car and get a cutting effect, cleaning that dirt, pushing that dirt off the car. The way we do that is that we have a motor that is turning round and round. But what happens is through the linkage, we're able to take that high pressure and we're able to make motion go up and down like this to be able to clean the car.
The nozzles sit inside an arch or gantry, which sizes up your car as it rinses, soaps, and dries it, all in just 5 minutes.
On our gantry, we have 4 electric eyes. These eyes are used to be able to measure the height of the vehicle, and that allows this boom to come down and keep a safe distance from the vehicle to ensure that we have good cleaning results on every square inch of the vehicle.
Not only is the in-bay automatic system fast, it requires little maintenance, except when it comes time to clean the sludge pit.
This pit contains all the oils, greases, dirt, trash, and everything that's washed off of the cars and trucks and undercarriage. This is where it all comes down to. The heavy solids, the soils, the dirt, grime, grease, grit, it all goes into the sludge pit. Thousands of cars have accumulated dirt here. We have a vacuum truck that sucks it out and have it taken to a EPA-approved dump site.
Like every other commercial car wash, the automatic all-in-one must adhere to the Federal Clean Water Act. But there's one car washing exception: home washing. The federal government says we can use as much water as we want. And once we've cleaned our car, we can dump it into the storm drain. Of course, that doesn't mean we should. According to the International Car Wash Association, a standard garden hose that runs for 30 minutes puts out 150 gallons of water. That's 3 times more than a trip through the Cloister Tunnel Wash. And it all goes right down the storm drain.